reveal is getting better all the time. Welcome to Nerdist News. The Force Awakens revealed the fates of many of our favorite Star Wars characters. Han and Leia went through a messy separation after their kid turned to the dark side. Luke exiled himself to a planet full of tiny islands, and Chewie perfected his technique for hitting on elderly nurses. But there's one OG trilogy character that we got absolutely no info on, a Star Wars figure so iconic that the only logical assumption was that J.J. Abrams decided not to touch him in fear of getting it wrong and pissing off multiple generations of fans. But the fans cried out they needed to know what happened to their favoriteest of favorite characters. And finally, the reveal is here. We finally know what happened to Lobot after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Now, the Lobot Lowdown comes to us courtesy of Expanded Universe writer Chuck Wendig. He's been penning the Star Wars Aftermath trilogy, a series of books chronicling the lives of multiple characters after the Empire fell in Return of the Jedi. And in the latest and last book in the trilogy, Empire's End, he finally catches up with old Lobot. And Lobros, as all Lobot fans call themselves, will be happy to know that Lobot is still busy being Lobot. Being bald and wearing his trusty neck pillow computer around the back of his head. Aw, man, we miss you, Lobot. Glad to have you back in our lives. Of course, a Lobot reunion wouldn't feel quite right if he didn't have his classic sidekick with him. So yes, Empire's End also catches us up with another familiar face from the Star Wars galaxy, Lando Calrissian. I know, he's no Lobot. He's so awesome.
What have we here?
Oh my God! But there can only ever be one Lobot. Plus, don't we already know what Lando was up to after Return of the Jedi?
Hey, Billy. You free tonight?
The power of the light side is nothing compared to the power of Colt 45. Stuff's not that bad. Now, for those of you wondering what Lando and Lobot have been up to besides shilling for beer companies, you can read a small excerpt from their chapter on IO9, or you can just listen to me summing it up right now. As the story opens, the two L's are returning to Bespin for the first time after their stint fighting for the rebellion. Lando even opens the passage by uttering the phrase, "Lobot, we're home," jacking Han's most famous line from Force Awakens.
Chewie, we're home.
You should feel a little ashamed of yourself, Lando, but I still love you.
Works every time.
Of course it works. It's a great line. That doesn't mean you should steal it. Anyways, their beloved city in the clouds have been trashed by the Empire, but no worries. Lando just tells Lobot to hire a new staff to get it back into shape. Of course, there's a more immediate threat, because there are still some Empire loyalists holed up in the city. It seems like just because Lando served the rebellion isn't willing to return the favor. He's getting no help from General Leia. But still, Lando is pretty cash about the whole thing. As they go to take care of the stragglers, he multitasks by discussing possible baby gifts for Han and Leia's newborn baby Ben. I just have to interject here that obviously Leia is not quick to respond because she's pregnant and about to have a baby. I mean, come on, cut her a little slack. Dude, take care of this yourself. Yeah, but does she not get, like, time off to go have her kid? Bullshit. Now the excerpt ends before we get to the standoff with the Empire loyalists or find out what baby gift Lando settles on. Could it be the secret key to discovering how Ben Solo becomes Kylo Ren? Could the rise of the First Order all be because Lando thought a tri-tip lightsaber was an appropriate present for an infant? I guess you'll have to grab a copy of Empire's End when it comes out at the end of the month to find out. Plus, more importantly, you'll get more sweet, sweet deets about that Lobot backstory. But what do you guys think Lobot has been up to all this time? Are you hoping for Lobot to pop up in The Last Jedi? Could Lobot be The Last Jedi? I'm totally trolling. He's not. Let's discuss, but maybe he is. But he's not, but maybe. Hey guys, are you watching The Expanse on Sci-Fi? It's a very cool show that all of us here at Nerdist are super hyped on. It takes place in a future where space has been colonized and an interplanetary conspiracy is threatening to send an entire solar system to war. It's a little bit Game of Thrones, a little bit Battlestar Galactica, and just a whole lot of awesome. If you're looking for your new genre show obsession, it is here. It's called The Expanse, and guess what? Tonight is the perfect time to get hooked because Season 2 premieres this evening at 10 p.m. on Sci-Fi. Plus, they were the sponsor of today's Nerdist News, so thanks, The Expanse. Like and subscribe and keep checking Nerdist.com.